Hello. Okay, next tutorial. Right, first off, let me just say, this is Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl. Otherwise known as the Chish. We'll put a link there. So thank you very much for being my model today. Basically, so this is obviously, well, hopefully you can tell, this is my Geisha inspired look. A few of you guys were requesting it, and I know Cheryl's requested it many, many times, so ta-da. Hopefully this, so it's a bit difficult to talk from there, but hopefully this will give you guys, I don't know, a different angle to view things from. I don't know, to pick some techniques up maybe, I don't know. This, probably should explain, I just come from work, and this is, we're doing like a charity day at work, so this is my England flag Olympics themed thing, so yeah, so ignore this, I just thought I'd keep it on, because yeah, I might do a tutorial on that later, never know. But yes, so if you guys want to see how to do this look, stay tuned. Okay, so my model's already had her makeup taken off, and her skin's all being cleansed, times moisturised, all that jazz, and is ready for the makeup. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is block out her eyebrows. Okie dokie, so my usual method, I'm using some spirit gum first to get the eyebrows flat and stuck down, okay? So I'm just going to apply a quick coat of that over both the eyebrows and let that dry, okay? Really make sure to get all of the fine hairs, because you need it all stuck down. It's okay to use your fingers, just pull the hairs across and flatten them down. If you've got a lot of eyebrow, it's best to brush them downwards or upwards so they're completely flat. Okay. Right, so I'm just going to let that dry, and then we can apply the wax. Okay, so now we can start on the wax. I'm using Mayron modelling wax, which you can't really see there, but hey, it's just nose putty wax, basically, or scar wax, whatever you want to call it. So I'm just taking a small amount like that, and I'm just going to rub it across. Not applying too much pressure, just enough to get the wax to stick. Okay, so once you've applied that on both eyebrows, just blend off the edges of the wax and just take off any excess that you don't need. Okay, so I've already put concealer and foundation on my model's neck and on her chest, just because we want this look to be flawless and proper, look like it's been airbrushed. It's that kind of character makeup. Okay, so now I'm going to start on the foundation. So I'm using my usual mixing method. I'm using a Snazaroo Clown White with some MAC Studio Fix Fluid in NW15. So like 2 parts of the Clown White to 1 part of this. We don't really want a skin tone to be showing. We just want that nice, thick, even texture to come out. So, okay, so I'm just going to apply that all over my model's face. I'm going to stop the jawline though, because I want this to be like a mask look. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to apply that all over and then stop there. Okay. Make sure when you go over the eyebrows you press it in rather than stroking it across, okay? Because you want it to, you don't want to move any of the wax, you just want it all to be pressed into place. Okay, so when you go along the hairline, it's just best to sweep back like that, so you're not getting too much in the hair and it tapers off nicely. And I should mention, the reason my model has rollers in isn't just because that's her style. I've actually put the rollers in just because we're going to have like that kind of hairstyle, like a big roll on top and then either rolls on the side or slip down. We're not quite sure yet. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so when you're done with the foundation and you're happy with the coverage, we're going to go in and powder. Now I'm going to be using my usual powder. I'm using my Grimace translucent powder, which is translucent, but it does leave a white coat afterwards, which is what we want. We want it to be nice and pale and white. Okay, so I'm just going to press that in all over my model's face, and we'll begin the next step. Okay, so I've powdered my model's face and I've brushed off the excess. I pressed in the powder, especially around the eyebrows, again, just to keep them in place and keep them set. Okay, so next step I think I'll start on is the eyebrows. Okay, so I'm going to be drawing 2 black vertical eyebrows going up and across the face. Okay, so for this I'm going to use my black Snazaroo watercolour. Okay, okie dokie then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to get my model to look right at me so I get this all just symmetrical and everything. So if you just look at the camera for a sec, I'm going to start the eyebrow just above my model's natural brow. So it's going to be a tiny bit touching her natural brow, just about there. That should do it. Okay, and the idea is it's going to go up. No arch, nothing, just go straight up. Okie dokie. Okay, so it doesn't have to be perfect for now, it just needs to be like a rough stencil, because when you put the eyeshadow on, you'll know roughly how the shape you want. Okay, so if you look right ahead of me. Okay, so it's that spiky upwards, no arch, nothing, just too spiky going upwards. Okay, so now I'm going to use from my Divine Makeup palette that I can't remember where I got, but it's Divine in Acid, that's the name of the palette. And I'm using this really, really bright, luminous pink. Okay, so I'm literally just going to apply that all over my model's eyelid, quite heavy. And the idea is that I'm going to have it sweep out to match the shape of the brow. And I'm going to blend it off in the temple, so it needs to be swept out quite far. Okay, I'm just going to go down the side of the nose as well. Not too far, just enough. Halfway down the side. Okay, and just make sure to smoky it outwards. Okay, so just this line needs to be a harsh line, but on the bottom just blend it outwards. Okay, I'm just going to do a tiny bit under my model's eyes. Only a tiny bit, it doesn't need to join onto the pink at all, just a tiny bit smoky outwards. Just blend it outwards a little bit. Okay, I'm also going to do the cheekbones whilst I'm there with the same colour. Okay, see, my model knows what to do, she's super professional. Okay, so I'm just going to go straight down, just like that, just turn the head for me, like that. Really harsh line, okay, and then I'm going to take a big old fluffy brush, if I have one, there we go. I'm just going to smoky that outwards. Okay, so just like that. Okay, so I'm going to do that on exactly the same on the other side. Okay, so now I'm going to apply some false eyelashes. So I'm using just a medium thickness eyelash. Okay, as you can see that. Okay, so I'm just going to cut that to my model's eye shape, and apply one set of these on top of my model's eyelashes. Okay, so now I'm taking some MAC Studio Fix fluid, and I'm just going to line the top of my model's eyelash line with it, just to hide the weft. Okay, so I just went down the centre of the nose slightly and outwards, only by a little bit though. Okie dokie. Right, so now I can do the mascara. So I'm just using a bulk standard mascara, it's nothing frilly really. Okay, and I'm just going to take some of these little diamonds, the tiny little ones. These are just little stick-on diamonds I've got at a craft shop really. They're nothing special, but they're the same ones I used in my Prince Poppycock tutorial, funny enough. Okay, these have got their own adhesive, but I would recommend using like the spirit gum or something like that to hold it on for a lot longer. Okay, I'm just going to stick these right on the very end, just above the end of the eyebrows. I'll use about 3 on each eyebrow, I think. Okay, so now I'm going to take some Barry M Dazzle Dust. It's like a bright pink glittery colour. This number 642, if that helps anyone. Okay, and I'm just going to use this because it'll add some extra shimmer to the pink. I'm not using it just for the colour, it's mainly just for that shimmer. So I'm going to take a big old fluffy brush, and not too much, and I'm just going to lightly tap it on my model's eyelid. You don't have to worry about falling down the cheeks, because as I said, I'm not using that much. Okie dokie, right, next step. I know I use it all the time, but I love it. I'm using my MAC Venomous Villain from the Venomous Villain collection, my Amplified Heartless Cruella de Vil lipstick, because it's bright red and it's gorgeous. Okay, so the shape we're going for here is like a rosebud lip. So that's what I meant to say before. I've covered the lips in the foundation as well, so we're just going to have the middle part showing, okay? It's like proper kissy lips, proper geisha lips, okay? Okay, so we just finished the look by just took out all the rollers and we pulled the hair back. Just had this little quiff on top and some flowers. Yeah, but you can't have a geisha look without flowers. And that's pretty much it. What do you think? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so it's like a kind of a geisha-inspired look, isn't it? Yeah. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching this kind of new way of doing tutorials on the model. And thank you, Shelf Bin Model. And yeah, so till next time. Bye. And I should mention, the reason my model's hair is in rollers isn't because that's how she rolls. Fun. That was terrible. That was awful. Oh my god.